Having shoulder aches and pain is very frustrating. If you're looking for a way to relieve your shoulder aches and pains by yourself, you're in the right place. Hi, my name is Y.Kitano from Kitano Method. I'm a physiotherapist and trainer to celebrities and Paralympic athletes from Japan. I help you eliminate your pain and get you moving and live the life you always wanted both online and on-site. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. Let's get into it. You haven't done anything particular, but one day suddenly your shoulders start aching somewhere around here, especially when you raise your arms. Or you might have been swimming and your shoulders start hurting gradually. You might have been told that it's shoulder impingement or rotator cuff issue. This is Andrew the skeleton. May I? Okay, here's the shoulder joints, and shoulder impingement is when you lift the arms up, it catches here. This gets impinged, and it's really hard to lift it up. Okay, and then there's a shoulder cuff muscles go right here through this hole, and then as you lift your arms up, impinge, and then put a lot of pressure on the shoulder cuff tendons. Okay, and over time they put a lot of pressure on, and this rotator cuff tendons gets damaged. That's the rotator cuff issue. And you might be told you overworked your shoulders, so you need to take a rest. But you might be thinking, why just me? Other guys are swimming as much. And probably you have been told to do rotator cuff exercise with bands and stretches with a weekly physio session. And it's been almost 6 months. That's gotta be overdue of getting it dealt with. Here with the Kitano Method, we think different. We move efficiently, effectively, and mindfully to eliminate your shoulder pain. The rotator cuff issue just suddenly doesn't happen one day. It's been built up to the point that you start feeling as aches and pains. If you feel aches and pains when you move, that's often classified as mechanical pain. This means you are not moving right, or something is stopping you to move right. That's why it hurts. So if you move right or provide the right environment for your shoulder to move, your shoulder aches and pains should go away. So no matter how much you rest or work on your rotator cuff, if you don't change how you move, it won't get fixed. There are 3 steps to eliminate your shoulder aches and pains. Today, I'll show you the first 2 steps to get you started. The first step is the assessment. We want to know before and after, and if it actually works, right? Let's start with shoulder abduction. Put your arms facing forward, move your arms like this. Notice how far you can move and why you feel aches and pains, and then which part, and which point you feel it, and compare it to other arms as well. The next is flexion, your palm facing your body. Notice how far you can move, where you feel aches and pains, and which point you feel it, and compare it to other side as well. As you move, you might feel aches and pains that you are complaining on one movement or both, and that's the familiar pain. Now we go through the next 3 steps to eliminate the pain that you are familiar with. Let's go through the Kitano Method mindful movement to start getting rid of your shoulder aches and pains. Have you heard of their bones called clavicles or collarbones? These bones right here. The clavicles start from the center of the body, top of the sternum, and attach to your shoulders. Okay? And it receives name from the Latin clavicula, meaning a little key, because the bone rotates along its axis like a key when you lift your shoulder. So it's a little key to your shoulder movements. First, find your collarbone. Pinch or touch one of your clavicles like this, and imagine this bone is part of your arm. And just imagine that this is the beginning of your arm. Okay? Your arms start from the center of the body, not here, right here. So here's a clavicle, so you need to think about your arm actually start from here, okay? Not from here. And then feel it as you move your under your fingers, as you move your arms like this. Just be mindful of your clavicle and you're moving your arm from your center of the body. Now, keeping your fingers on your clavicle and then do the either abduction or flexion movement that you felt familiar pain with, like this. Move from here, or this way. That. Just try to move from your clavicle. Now, how do you feel? What happened to the aches and pains that you felt before? If your aches and pains disappeared from your shoulder, congratulations, you got it. Please give us a thumbs up. Just practice being mindful to move your arm from your clavicles. It will unpinch your shoulder joint. Too good to be true? Then just go back to how you were moving your arm before, from here, from your shoulder. Okay, just imagine your shoulder is where your shoulder is, just right here. Then move your arms again like that. Okay? You'll feel aches and pains again. It's a very similar concept to the mindful movement to bend over to touch your toes pain-free from hip joint instead of the lumbar spine. If you haven't watched it, check the link above. Okay? Now, this actually helps not just the shoulder impingement or rotator cuff issue. It will prevent from getting it as well. If you start moving clavicles, you lift your arms up. Okay? I will start naturally lifting up your shoulder blades as well. Okay? When you start using clavicle and shoulder blades, and also you can start using rib to lift your arms up. Okay? We are delegating all the work to lift your arms up, not just the shoulders, but we're delegating the work with clavicles, shoulder blades, and also the ribs. So taking a lot of pressure out of your shoulder. And if we can take a lot of work out of your shoulder, we can reduce the workload. So it prevents overwork. Prevents overwork and reduce injuries. And also increase performance. Okay, you might be wondering, yeah, I can move my shoulder without pain, but what about my rotator cuff? Okay, it's a good question. What about it? As I said, if you move and you feel pain in your shoulder, you're not moving right. If you're moving it right and the pain disappears, that was the cause of your pain. The movement, okay? Yes, there might be some tissue damage still left in your rotator cuff because it's been under pressure for a while. But when you start moving right and took the pressure out from your rotator cuff, it will repair itself. By being mindful with your clavicles, you can reduce the lot of stress to your shoulder to prevent recurring shoulder injuries. Injuries like shoulder impingement just don't happen. It's the end results of every move you made that was stretching your shoulder over time. Because every move you make counts. Traditional Japanese martial art is all about minimum effort, maximum output. By delegating the workload to each part of the body, we can minimize the effort in one part so that we can prevent the overwork injury and maximize output. In the following videos, I'll show you some simple exercise that you can provide better environment for your shoulder to move pain-free. Please get the foam roller ready. If you don't have one, I recommend to get the smooth surface one rather than the rough one. If you already have one, just use what you have. But we're not doing on your shoulder. And we will start seeing the forest for the tree to get rid of your shoulder pain. I'll see you in the next video. If you find the value in this video, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up and share. And please write how you're going with the shoulder in the comment below, because I've got your shoulder as well.